समझ गए होंगे मैं मुश्किल में हूं। ऑल थ्री वेरी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड स्पीकर्स, आपके हाथों की इतनी एक्सरसाइज कर दी और हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। वाइस चांसलर दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी योगेश सिंह जी, all accolades to him are well earned, well deserved. Whenever I see him, I remember my days as Governor State of West Bengal, where I was Chancellor of 3 dozen universities. He is a perfect Vice Chancellor. Genuinely respect his Chancellor. Sri TCA Rangachari, Chairman Governing Body, Hindu College. In last 1 month, I have had brush with 2 chairmen from Indian Foreign Service. One, Rangachari ji, another Kamal Simbal ji at JNU. They'll leave nothing for you to speak to the audience. They cover the entire space. But then, I have to do my job. Sir, congratulations. Professor Anju Srivastava ji, I can tell you your principle is very difficult, a challenge to everyone. She took me around the gallery of Hinduites alumni. Could introduce Rangachari ji also as part of the institution in 1962. He joined it. In 1962, I joined Sainik School, Chittorgarh. That's the difference between us. But the power, strength of Hindu College. She is the repository. She is an alumnus of Hindu College. And rarely in life we get an opportunity of an assignment that is fulfillment of your aspirations. She is lucky to be principal here. We have in the audience very distinguished people. I'll be making a mistake, pardon me for that. Pankaj Singh ji, he has 2 credentials. One, he is son of illustrious Prakash Singh ji, a police officer whose name is known to everyone across the country and the globe. A worthy son of a worthy father, having held the same position. Director General of BSF, he was also there and his father was also there. I have had the good fortune to be blessed by one and to get the benefit of another. He is currently Deputy National Security Advisor, serving the nation. Sri Lalit Bhasin is another tough man. That is to indicate Pankaj is one. So let's not skip that over. I know Lalitji for a very, very long time. You can't provoke him. I have given up the fight. But in the field of law, he has been a trailblazer. Perhaps one of the first person to have law firm there in the country. A man of simplicity, modesty, and disarming charm. Gracious presence of Kavita Sharma ji has to be recognized. She has been principal of this college. Sri Ashwini Shankar ji, Chairman Education Trust. Sri Raj Bhargava ji, Well, anyone from IAS has to be recognized, a retired one has to be more recognized. Sri Krishnan Mehraji, Director Jaguar Hardware. As Governor of State of West Bengal, I talked to his brother. The journey I know has been tough, but full of success. How the idea occurred to him, and how the family was denied even an audience by those who were in authority in the trade at that point of time. I'm so glad he's unassuming. Boys and girls, when I was giving awards, the boys fought for a time. One, and they collapsed. Girls overtook. But congratulations to all the awardees. I must make a particular reference to the presence of Sri Sunil Kumar Gupta ji, an alumnus of IIT Kanpur, 1987 batch IAS officer, President to the Secretary to Vice President. His presence is with a reason. Boys and girls, Hindu College has many MOUs. The principal made reference to them. I, in my capacity as Vice President of the country, had Indian Council of World Affairs. Sri Sunil Gupta ji will catalyze an MOU between Indian Council of World Affairs and Hindu College in next 1 month. We have Secretary Rajya Sabha, Sri Rajit Punhami. Whenever I indicate to his credentials and his love for black coffee, he is slightly embarrassed. I love to embarrass him. He is a product of Dhoni School, and I convey to your principal that we are in Hindu College. He is an alumnus of St. Stephen's. And the reaction of the principal for the first time was mildly offensive. She reflected, we want him to be here and see it. His presence is for the reason that he will catalyze visit of Hinduites to new building of Parliament. I invite Hinduites in batches to visit new building of Parliament. You would love to see it. Why I say so? This institution has been witness to freedom struggle and has contributed to it. This institution has witnessed securing of independence. This institution has played role in nurturing independence by its alumni. But now is the time to blossom independence. You are there. Therefore, this institute is right platform for me to be here and on this day. What an occasion for me, what an honor to me that I am here in absolute delight associated with 125th Founders Day of Hindu College. It has rich, vibrant legacy of serving the nation and blossoming nationalism. Boys and girls, looking at the vibrant, discerning faces, I have seen you. All the time my focus was on you and you alone, unmindful of the distraction generated by the powerful address of the preceding speakers. They made huge contributions. It is because of you that I can assert today with pride on our historical past. Our civilizational ethos of more than 5,000 years old. I can reflect on that. With satisfaction, I can enjoy, relish Amritkal, our rise, incremental, phenomenal, unstoppable. But more significant, which is important to Bharat and the world, I have optimism, hope, and full confidence in future of Viksit Bharat because of you. You will contribute to the growth of Viksit Bharat. Boys and girls, it is after a long gap, and a real long gap. Why I say so? I was elected to Parliament for the first time in 1989 and had the occasion to be a minister also. After a long gap, what we have seen is we are in an era of hope and possibility. We have seen it, both hope and possibility. You, the boys and girls, are the most significant stakeholders in governance. Hindu college throughout freedom movement stood as a steadfast bastion where echoes of nationalist ardor reverberated. Now, the tempo is different. We have echo of Viksit Bharat from here. Illustrious leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi ji, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ji, to name only just few, unreached its intellectual tapestry. We are all fortunate, all of us, across generations, are fortunate of India's Amritkal. We are part of it. We have in recent years witnessed affirmative, people-centric governance and phenomenal infrastructural growth. Never imagined, never thought of it, not in our dreams, that we will be seeing such kind of development in Bharat as we see today. Dear young friends, there is now, and I'm referring to you in particular, there is now a wholesome ecosystem available for you, the youth of the country. You are now enabled to exploit your talent and potential, to realize your dreams and aspirations. The system is helping you by affirmative policies and series of initiatives. Far too long for a nation with that civilizational depth. The system remained plagued with corruption and patronage. Corruption and patronage are the worst killers of young minds. Corruption and patronage are antithetical to merit and stability. Young people hate it because they feel cheated by corruption. They feel cheated by nepotism, favoritism. Now, boys and girls, there's a big change, a sea change, a change for the better. There is now accountable and transparent governance in place. Let me focus on some of the game-changer initiatives that you are witnessing. Equality before law is a constitutional ornament that has eluded us for long. Some people thought we are above law. We are not accountable to law. We have immunity from rigors of law. The law cannot touch us. We have freedom to do what we like. We can trample on the rights of others. We can secure contracts. We can secure offices by that mechanism. Equality before law is the most inalienable, quintessential to democratic governance and values that eluded us. We are reconciled to it, that we'll have to live with it even after independence. Thanks to visionary leadership, there's a big change now. No one is above the law these days, you know it more than I do. The long arm of law is reaching to everyone, particularly those who never thought they will be held accountable to law. And that's a soothing experience for you to take into consideration. Second, and I say it because I have belief in your discerning intellect. I have belief in you as future leaders of this country. It is prime obligation of all, particularly those in position of power and authority. They have to exemplify by conduct respect to law. So disturbing it is that you preach one thing and practice another. How can it be countenanced? Those in authority must learn the lesson. They cannot take to dilatory tactics or street demonstrations. I reassert, nothing can be more despicable in public life than to preach one way and act just another way. I call upon you, I beseech you, I urge you, do all you can to rebuff such sinister tendencies. Respect for law is respect for nationalism. Respect for law is respect for democracy. Respect for law is respect for meritocracy. Respect for law is curbing corruption. Friends, I think now we have adjusted after a decade. Corruption is no longer rewarding. And those who got rewarded by corrupt means are being held accountable in exemplary manner in a situation they never imagined. The people also never imagined. That is a ground reality which is hope for you, which would mean that people like you who want to rise on the premise of talent, merit, and equality can be now full of hope that you are in a world where everything will be available on the plank of what you deserve and not otherwise. There was a time when power corridors in our country were infested with corrupt elements. There were people who leveraged decision making. I don't have to make reference what is in public domain by way of tapes or otherwise. This kind of sinister mechanism determined who will be a minister, who will be a bureaucrat, who will be holding what particular position. That was the level and depth of corruption. We had sunk to that level that the meritorious had lost hope. That situation has now changed. Power corridors have been sanitized, they have been neutralized of these elements. They have been neutralized of these elements to an extent that these elements are a matter of past. They can never revive themselves. That's second big change which matters to our youth. Our youth are run down by corruption. Our youth who perform excellently suddenly find because of corruption they have been left behind. You now have a good, healthy, wholesome ecosystem for you. Secondly, unprecedented, unimaginable economic rise. Just imagine how much we have traversed in just 10 years. A decade ago, our country was taken to be part of Fragile Five, a burden to the global economy. We traversed through a very difficult terrain, and now we are one of the big 5 global economies in the world. We are ahead of Canada, UK, and France. Boys and girls, in just 2-3 years, if not less, will be the 3rd largest global economy in the world, ahead of Japan and Germany. Fourth, look at our national image now in global perspective. India's Prime Minister, his voice is heard. He speaks to the world that these are days not of war, but of dialogue and diplomacy. He says to the world, we cannot believe in expansionism. These are integral parts of our civilizational ethos. Rulers of this country over centuries, thousands of years, have never gone beyond our frontiers. Our voice is heard in global community of nations, and we are championing the cause of those nations who never thought they will get justice at international platform. Let me make a reference to G20. African Union was made a permanent member of G20. European Union was already there. It is Bharat that took the lead. India has become the voice of Global South, a great accomplishment. I have hinted all these things for one reason. It is with this fervor and spirit that you have to work now. people of my generation and Yogesh generation. He put me in his generation, which is not correct. He is much younger. We faced many difficulties and had to achieve everything by most difficult cesarean mechanism. But I've indicated to you what you see at the moment. You can achieve anything which occurs in your mind, you only have to act for it. Therefore, it is with this fervor and spirit we must work as Bharat goes on to celebrate her centenary of independence. That is Bharat at 2047. Boys and girls, I take extreme pleasure, delight, satisfaction, and I am very hopeful what I am saying will be vindicated. Youth of today, youth of Amritkal, are marathon runners of Bharat at 2047. This march to Viksit Bharat must be your passion, mission, and goal. I have no doubt you will achieve it. The opportunities for you are enormous, and many vistas hitherto unknown to you are available. Our resilient financial ecosystem, bolstered by an inclusive digital payment system, is now a global model adopted by countries across the world. Just imagine what kind of a pride we have. Our mechanism, our product is being adopted by developed nations. UPI transactions, just to name one facet, alone accounted for more than, I am not making a mistake of a figure, hear me carefully, 1.5 trillion US dollars annually, constituting 50% of global digital transactions. Boys and girls, our per capita mobile data consumption surpassed the combined figures of China and the United States taken together. That is it. And I will appeal to the boys to clap more. Good. The boys in this hall are intelligent. They could indicate, they could know I would be making reference to Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. A historic legislation, a constitutional reality signed by Srimati Draupadi Murmu, a tribal woman sitting in Rashtrapati. Imagine, just imagine, in Lok Sabha and state legislatures, there will be women participation to the extent of 1/3 and more. Just imagine. You have had already interaction with one of the finest brains in economic field, our Honorable Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Many of you can look up in that area also, and I'm sure many of you will be there. Friends, when we look at what else we have done, Article 370 was a pain in our neck. The only article in the Constitution termed as a temporary article made us bleed and suffer for more than 7 decades. It is not there. Article 370 is not there. People thought it is not achievable. Well, these are the times. These are really the times when we achieve what people think is not achievable. Groundbreaking achievements have taken place in space also. Chandrayaan 3. What a great success. India became the only country to land its craft on the south pole of moon. No country has done it. And again, boys, Shiv Shakti Point and Tiranga points are there on moon, thanks to ISRO. All these steps cumulatively taken indicate our ceaseless progression towards Bharata 2047. I was happy to gather from your chairman that there is a research center. It has not come a day too soon. You need to fully exploit it. We are living in times of disruptive technologies. These technologies have come in our houses, in our offices, in our society. We will have to see that we catalyze them in a reformed manner, regulated manner, to be useful to society and humanity. I would therefore urge the center to be more involved with it. We are at the cusp of technological revolution. A revolution which is being compared by some, and rightly so, to the original industrial revolution. And the speed of this revolution is very fast. We have advancements in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, 6G, Internet of Things, machine learning, and many more. But the best part is that our Bharat is amongst very few nations that have taken the lead in addressing, channelizing, and getting benefit of these disruptive technologies. These will define our industries, our security, and our way of life. Quantum computing, with its unprecedented processing power, holds promise of solving complex problems that were once thought insurmountable. A real, I wouldn't say geometric, it has to be much more than that. Geometric enhancement of capacity of computing, quantum computing. The National Quantum Computing Mission is already in place. Government of India has already allocated 6,000 crores. We are one of the 7 countries that are engaged in this activity. USA, Canada, China, France, Austria, and Finland being the other one. So gone are the days when we will wait for a technology to evolve, then we'll wait for to get it, we will be in the queue, it will be parted to us on their terms, their conditions. No, we are a part of it now. We are a part of evolution of it. Friends, boys and girls, the advent of 6G technology is set to push the boundaries of what we thought possible. The Internet of Things is connecting devices and systems, creating a network that enhances efficiency and improves our quality of life. We are amongst very few countries in the world that have addressed 6G. It is in 2 parts. The commercialization of 6G in this country will be unfolded from 2025 to 2030. Perhaps the first country to do it. That is where we are at the moment. Our commitment to environment is well embedded in our civilizational ethos. We practice it in our daily life. But we have taken to green hydrogen. Green hydrogen mission, there is already an allocation of 19,000 crores by the government. But this mission, boys and girls, matters to you more than anything else. It opens vistas of opportunities and of your involvement. You will be happy to know that this is likely to result in renewable energy capacity addition of 125 gigawatt. You know it. I don't have to spell out. It will create 6 lakh jobs and attract investment of 8 lakh crores. India is one of the leading nations in the front league of green hydrogen. You have to think out of it. Your research center, I'm sure, sir, would look into those aspects and achieve what we need to. Entrepreneurship and innovation are key to India's economic growth. During my time, it was very difficult to get even a small loan for a library. But now funds are no impediment to your idea fructifying. You can achieve whatever you have in mind. You only have to act upon it. Encouraging a culture of innovation and providing incubation support can unleash the talent, entrepreneurial spirit of our youth. You just have to grab the opportunity. And I'm sure, give a serious thought to it. Think out of the box. Try to find out on the radar of your mind what opportunities have emerged, you will find we have not ever thought of those opportunities. They are the opportunities available to us in this country. The entire ecosystem is favorable, and take the big leap. We are already the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. And a startup means an idea has occurred to someone, a young boy or a girl, and that idea is fructified. The moment you get some reprieve from the mandate of the principal and can spare some time, look at this seriously. What are the new opportunities that are being made available to you? And you'll find out you'll have a difficult choice because the choices are multiple. As empowered young minds, you are engines of growth. I mean not literally, figuratively. You are engines of growth, architects of sustainability and guardians of thriving future. You are a vital part of marathon march of Bharat to 2047. The last thing I should be doing is to giving advice to you. I will not. He's out now. No advice from me. But I'll give a suggestion. Sometimes the difference between advice and suggestion is not even visible. But this, have it from me, is just a suggestion. You may encounter setbacks. And trust me, you will encounter setbacks. There will be setbacks in your efforts. But that is proof, not of your failure, but that you are trying, that you aspire to be successful. I appeal to teachers, guardians, and parents. They must appreciate that a setback is a testament to consistency, relentless fearlessness. Boys and girls have my insurance and assurance, both. Never fear failure. Fear cannot impede your growth. Fear is natural to one's life journey. There are bound to be failures. Why fear what is natural? Why fear which is obvious? Why fear something which will lead you to success and therefore never be run down by failures? I would like to take a moment and make an appeal to the alumni of this prestigious institute. They are in India and abroad. They are in all walks of life. They have impactful presence. They can contribute hugely. The satisfaction level of the chairman of the governing body is high, but he can raise it much higher. He has appreciated the donors. Hindu college, नाम में दम है. Alumni को नाम के साथ काम करना चाहिए. Rajit, you are listening to me? He's from St. Stephen's. Nothing is beyond the alumni. If they resolve today to make this research center a global center of excellence for disruptive technologies, have it from me, it will become one. They only have to form a think tank, and there must be several think tanks, because देश में कितनी संस्थाएं हैं जिनकी जर्नी इतनी जबरदस्त रही है. 125 साल और मैं यहां खड़ा हूं. बेदाग इतिहास है. संस्कारित करते हैं और कहते हैं नाम में क्या रखा है. मैं कहूंगा उनको हिंदू कॉलेज जाइए, पता लग जाएगा नाम में क्या रखा है. I will reveal one pain that I have, and that is the last point I'll be making here. Some people at the cost of nationalism are recipe for chaos. They are perfect recipe for chaos. They shut down their eyes to phenomenal growth, unstoppable growth, rise of infrastructure, rise of our reputation, rise of our passport value. They ignore everything and they engage in the pernicious design of running down the country. They do it by way of orchestration. They do it in a designed manner. They disseminate information which is frustrating. We know it is wrong. Now, when such people set afloat anti-national narratives on untenable premise with a design to taint, tarnish, demean our institutions and constitution, run down our growth history, who are the people who can deal with them? Only you can deal with them. Boys and girls, you are the supreme power. You are the most effective transformational conveyance of change. You are discerning minds. Ours is a country where by event management we give some people very high status, iconic status. He is a great lawyer. He is a great doctor. He is a great economist. Don't be swept by these. Analyze why. And the moment you're asking the question why, you'll know the answer. It is not right. We have seen in Padma Awards, there was a time these prestigious civilian awards emanated from recommendations and patronage. Now they go to the deserving. Therefore, I am making this appeal to neutralize anti-national narratives to the most powerful segment, our youth, because you are the ultimate stakeholders in governance. You are the custodians of this country. You will take Bharat at 2047, Bharat of your dreams and aspirations, and therefore do not spare such elements. They need to be disciplined. They need to be, we are painful when we look at it. I am really painful. We need to educate them. They are one of us. We need to sensitize them. We need to tell them we will not withstand this, and that will be the end of their narrative. Thank you so much for your time. Hinduites, well, you all are Hinduites. You are proud Hinduites. Well, I'm one of you. I can say I'm a proud Hindu. Honor my invitation. Rajit, though an alumnus of St. Stephen's, will catalyze it for the Hinduites. Thank you so much. Catalyze it.
धन्यवाद उपराष्ट्रपति जी। अब हम सभी लोग राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े होंगे।
हेलो
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे
धन्यवाद।